Yes, plumbers, we're here, and we're giving it heaps thanks to Mazda BT50, the ute that works as hard as you do. We are here. There was some doubts on Friday, but we've got through it, and I don't want to labour any points here, but can I just say thank you to the plumbers. We had a bit of an incident with a clip, unsubstantiated clip that was getting round and had kind of left the building, and then it was retweeted and it got pretty big for a while there.
It did.
I sort of tuned out and sort of took a bit of a sarah attitude to it because I had a sick daughter, and then checked my phone about 3 hours later, and the plumbers, the amount of people that went into bat for me that I'll never really be able to shake their hand, and just said, this is out of context, it doesn't represent my character or the show's, and correct the person who put it out there. I'm so appreciative of. And there's some lessons in it. The language was a bit rogue, but it came off the back of good fun. And just to all those people, you didn't have to do it. I didn't ask you to do it, but thank you. It meant a lot. And long live the podcast. We're still here.
Yeah, we love the plumbers.
Thank you, plumbers.
Well said, Butsy.
Press conference?
Have a break, mate. How are you, Chom?
Okay, yeah.
Good.
How'd he go on the weekend, mate?
How's Wee Man?
Yeah, Wee Man's good. He's in pretty decent spirits. We played an okay game of the week, and there was aspects of our footy that was really good. In the first quarter, we were up by 40 points or 45, but Geelong being such a well-drilled unit, we're able to peg that back in the second. But the thing I'm most proud of is, although we gave up such a big lead, which was frustrating, we were still in the last quarter, it was anyone's game to win. So the game was a 50-50 game in the end, and Geelong took their opportunities, and we missed a few in the last quarter, and it probably could have been a different game if we had taken them. But the one thing that stood out for me on the weekend is in the last quarter, maybe like 2 minutes ago, Geelong are up by, I think, 11 points or 2 goals. And the ball comes in my hands. I give it to Cam Zerha really deep in the pocket, and then he gives it to Griff Logue, who has been running around at this point in time for about a minute and a half with no shoe on.
I called that on Catch Radio.
Griff gets the ball with no shoe on and goes on this 100-metre dash, and it's not his kicking foot, it's his steadying foot. So he's running, and he runs 100 metres and just gives a handball to someone who's under pressure. And I asked him after the game, what the fuck are you doing? Why aren't you kicking? He's like, I didn't want to kick it because I kept slipping when I was running. I was on a treadmill. And if I thought in the moment, if I kicked the ball, I'd just go fucking ass up and maybe not make connection to it. So I needed someone else to just kick it, and no one was coming because everyone just kept running back towards goal. So it was fucking comical. But seeing a bloke run 100 metres on the field with one shoe on was about the only funny thing that came out of the game in the end. But
that reminds me, I've got a very similar story to that. Can we have story time, or should we go back? Should we go back? I don't think I've finished. Or?
No, you're very much.
I've got a story. I'm not going to name the club. Okay, AFL club, late 90s. Actually, AFL club, mid 90s. Okay, boys they were single boys. Okay, they had been a little bit promiscuous, it seemed. And they had fallen foul of some STDs. And it turns out that there was a bit of a strain of genital warts had gone through the club. And they'd all, with this problem, if you have experience with it, not that I do, it sort of tends to strike at the same time.
Sharing towels.
Or whatever else.
Is sharing towels?
Yeah.
Play on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So the boys have been struck by this affliction, and they've gone to the doctor, and the doctor has given them some cream to burn off the affliction down in the groinal area, which really does burn, apparently. It sizzles off.
It's like deep heat.
Worse. I think what it does is it turns the body on itself to get rid of the fungi. So what happened is
very knowledgeable on this particular topic.
I might have known someone was there at the time. Yes, all right, can you stop cutting off my story?
Sorry,
we need a lighthearted moment. Right.
Sorry.
So AFL team, good team, fiery coach in charge. It seems most of the midfield and the forward line had the affliction and were applying the cream on the same day. So they were doing a full ground drill and no one could kick, right? Because their fucking nuts were on fire and their sausages, right? And so what was happening was they kept getting to centre half forward and blokes were handballing and the fucking coach went ballistic, threw his fucking pad down and walked off the ground because no one could kick the ball. And the fullback had to come down and play full forward.
That's a seriously good story.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and they all had to to miss training for 2 days until the cream had done its job. So there you go.
Mushroom nuts.
Huh? Yeah, you don't want to get that. So wear condoms is a good way.
Safe sex is important.
And be careful with the towels.
Yep. Do not share towels.
No, because a wart on the knee can become a wart somewhere else.
And choose wisely the time which you apply said cream.
Yeah, I would do it after a game and then just come up with an excuse to miss training.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a bit of light levity for you.
No, very
Hopefully
good.
that doesn't make news.com.
That was good. How's Flybags?
Flyback is good. Yeah, he's pretty proud of the effort. I'm sure you boys have seen the clip of him pumping up the crowd after a draw.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I liked it. No, I always back him Fly. It was pretty cool. You know, like Dylan Moore gets that shot on goal. You think you think he's scoring. So at that moment, it felt like a win for us, as it did for them earlier in the year, where they get a mark inside 50.
When you got robbed, according to Xander.
We got robbed.
We got robbed. They had an interchange infringement, according to Xander.
That was a few weeks later. Anyway, they celebrated that because they thought they'd lost the game, and similar feeling to us. We just 15 seconds to go, have a shot from a gettable spot. It's still a tough spot, but no, it was a good feeling to see that ball not go through.
How good's the swad?
The swad's unbelievable.
Swado. Yeah, the Swado.
He's got footy smarts.
He's got he's
They're calling him Fly too. The Fly Swatter.
Oh boy.
Oh, God. That's bad, man. That might get on news.com in a bad way.
Rising Star nomination for the swad.
Is it a fish?
Official.
well
I'm allowed to say it now because this will come out. Yes, it is official. He has been nominated for Rising Star. And well deserved too, because he dominates. He reminds me so much, and even Sidey says this. He is like Sidey reincarnated, because he's so cheeky. He comes in, he just has so much fun. He reads out the players' votes each week, gets up in front of the crowd,
he?
in front of the
Great.
team, and just has so much fun with it.
What
he just
year's
does
he in?
first year.
First year. Oh,
First
brilliant.
year.
How
He's
was
got-
that?
And he's just got the biggest agates on him ever.
Big agates.
Big agates. He's just
In the
WA
literal-
boy. He
in the
just has so
literal
much fun with
sense,
it.
or just
No, I don't know in physical sense. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll suss for you and get back to you next week.
I've got a few Collingwood questions,
Yeah,
actually. A
there's
mate
plenty.
of mine has loaded me up. So, selection squeeze this week. Sidey will be back, and Jeremy Howe might be back, and the kids did the business.
And
so
maybe Bruz as well.
and
Potential.
maybe Perryman.
Yeah,
No,
maybe. Yeah,
So you've got a good problem. That's a good problem to have.
great problem. Yeah, we and I feel like these boys that were playing now, that are playing really well, were really stiff to go out in the first place. They were dominating.
Westy.
Westy's unbelievable. Yeah. He's so good.
Good hands.
And he just if he doesn't mark it, he brings the ball to ground. And he just he had 2 touches the other week, but I think he had 3 score involvement
feel
from
it.
just getting.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to make it about me. It can happen.
But you wouldn't know it out there. You know, if you had 2 touches in a game, I'd guarantee you'd know my body language is pretty bad. And he
Hunched
came off
shoulders.
so happy, and it's hard to find that in a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah, no.
And he's obviously reaping the rewards of just showing up each week. But there is a squeeze coming, and yeah.
Are we doing something on Friday, Ben, for Drapey?
Yeah, we can do
Because all
something.
bullshit aside, it's a big night for Drapey. He's had to fight for that 100.
What should
He's
we
had
do?
a knee. His groin was absolutely rooted. Remember he had the groin op? And he had mesh put in there, and
Yeah.
he was cooked.
I
and
just
then
never
he's had
forget
the
how
Achilles.
Yeah, how flat he was after that Achilles. He looked so like
Well,
broken.
he was smoking
yeah,
it,
He
that's
was
why.
so sad.
and he come in with like a massive beard.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was just like,
He got
wow.
big.
It's
Yeah.
How bad is it when someone's gone through their rehab battle and you just
You look
they
at-
almost lose colour.
Yeah, yeah,
everything,
yeah.
they do this.
Pale.
They grow their hair out, they grow a beard, and it doesn't do
Yeah.
any favours. But they're just going through their
Yeah,
own personal battle.
just going through it.
You just got to let them be.
To his credit, he was so positive. Remember, he just kept ripping the
Yeah.
gym at Salt
And
and
he
saying
started
he's going to
making
get
vlogs.
big. Hey?
Making vlogs as well.
Yeah, making vlogs.
yeah,
He started
doing vlogs.
vlogging, got around the pod. So it's a big night. I'm taking old Melzy for a bit of a date.
Nice,
Yeah,
mate.
so there's a connection.
Yeah.
That'd be-
I think
that's
all
a-
of us
as a
go, aren't
wag.
we?
Hey?
Yeah, I think we're all going. I think I'll go as well.
We might have to pod.
Go see my big rhino.
I think, can I just shout out how good those grade cricketer guys are? Like, I watched their piss take after our fucking diabolical performance in Darwin. Those boys are so funny. And not that I'm comparing us to them, but I think doing a bit of that work from the stadium could be where we go in the future.
Interesting.
And Plumbers, let me know if you don't like it, but they're
Just admitted to ripping off the grade cricket.
no, oh Jesus Christ! I'm not saying like we're ripping off their gear. I just like how they stand up there and surmise the play, and they go to the events a bit. It's got a touch of sort of checkers and trade, but they are funny boys. And I don't think we've done a lot of OB work, Ben.
Yeah. No,
Is that
we
fair?
haven't. Yeah, it is.
I
We've got
think
the
there's room for it because,
Yeah.
you know what I'm missing. Being the live crosses from the Friday nights. I'm thinking of getting back on the books at 10. They pay fuck all, by the way, for a casual. I was on some reasonable scratch after 15 years there. I inquired about what it is on the day rate. It's porp. But I want to do a bit of crossing again.
You miss
Thoughts?
it. Yeah.
Little bits.
Yeah.
Just saying g'day to the plumbers and saying g'day to chompers and, you know, that.
G'day, chomps.
Go chompers. Bit of road chat.
I've never chomped the chomp. Have you chomped the chomp?
No,
he doesn't like it.
Who got the opportunity? Ed Allen.
Chomp's a good man.
had the. I think he went on the footy
Yeah.
show. And,
Did he chomp the chomp?
and everyone told him to do it.
Didn't
but
do
I
it.
think he saved. Chompers saved him. Chompers a Collingwood man, isn't he?
Mad Collingwood.
Yeah, so he saved him. I think Ed said he's feeling a little bit flustered and he got him out of it. So he couldn't do it to him. But yeah, I don't know. I should chomp the chomp.
I'll tell you what got me the other week was I think Harry Sharp went on and he and like did his whole interview on the footy show.
He's
and
quite funny.
And then he said like, yeah, cheers, chompers, chompers, chomps, chomps. And then all the boys just riffed him afterwards because he's got a massive grill as well. Pot and kettle. Yeah. All the comments were good on that.
Can I ask one quickly before we've got? Can I ask a question? And there's good stuff on the rundown, and I want to get to it, especially your bit, Chom, which you normally bring fuck all.
Thanks, mate.
So this is good from you.
Just under that, it's my bit.
And no, you've got some good stuff
Yeah,
too.
just- yeah,
Yours is all about boners. Okay.
See? Plumbers love that.
Mate,
Good stuff.
Can I just ask a bit of an urban fashion thing, like because you guys are a bit younger than me? I've been having a lot of snot running out of my nose.
I've noticed.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. If you're talking to someone and they are going, is that an indication that you've got snot?
It's
Is that
it's
like an unwritten rule? Because it's happening a lot to me.
People are like
I was at a
mimicking it
function
too.
that Chom was at, and I was having a really good conversation. I think I had a bit running and didn't know, and I'm like yabbering away, and the bloke's like,
He's mirroring you.
yeah. And then it happened with a mum as well at a party, and I'm going, this happened too much. I was
I
at
just
the-
think that's gutless. Just tell him.
Yeah, saying
Yeah,
like,
like we did
excuse me,
last
you-
week. I was staring at it
Yeah,
and I
the
was just
bat
like,
was in the
just,
cage
mate,
last week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm just sick too.
Yeah, stay away from
I'm sorry. Is that a thing, Ben?
the
No,
mirroring.
I don't think so.
No?
I just straight up told you the other day too, Chom. Remember?
Yeah, that was
at the
good
game.
as well.
I think
It's
it
like-
makes people
like food in the
uncomfortable, and
teeth,
they
yeah.
must start thinking, Jesus,
Yeah.
if he's got snot, I might have snot.
Yeah.
No, it's worse because then you go to the bathroom afterwards and you got a massive boog hanging out your
I
nose
had
and you
like
go,
a
holy
moustache
shit,
of it.
everyone's just looked at my boog for an hour. No one said anything. I am a twit.
Yeah.
But very good. One thing
You know what's good when you
talk-
use a bit of, sorry,
Just keep going.
no, in fact, this probably isn't allowed today for level, but you could use a bit for a bit of grippo.
Oh,
Lucky you got that in.
Yeah, thank God. Holy shit.
Thank God you cut me off.
I don't think it's,
Yeah.
don't think it's fair
Make
game.
sure you clip that one for
No,
Instagram.
yeah,
Get that on the TikTok.
That's not right. That's not right.
go
I'm sorry.
viral on Twitter.
Get that off. I'll probably have the doc bloody into me again.
One thing I want
Yes,
to talk about
please.
is we had our first ever Father's Day kind of thing at the footy club this year, and we do a Mother's Day dinner and kind of day for Mother's Day every year, but we haven't done Father's Day because it's in September, so it was pretty cool. Captain's run last week. We had all the dads come down. I think there was about 35. A few of the interstate guys couldn't come, but lots of dads flew in for it as well. They got kitted up with the white t-shirt with their numbers on the back. I gave
That's so
Wayno
dorky.
I gave Wayno a pair of PC's pink Pumas, and all the dads are ripping into him for wearing like showy boots. And yeah, they trained with us at Captain's Run, which was hilarious.
that's
'cause-
so
How does
good.
Wayno go?
well, Dad never played AFL growing up, so like he's not a big footballer, but he actually went all right. He drops the ball a bit funny, but like he was having a crack, which is all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Getting around everyone, and he won best on for the day as well.
fair
So,
income.
He got best on ground, got a bottle of wine, and Clarko in the meeting post training was talking about his dad who's since passed, and it got to quite an emotional bit of Clarko's speech, and Wayno's moved a bit and he just kicked over the bottle of wine. It just rolled down all the stairs. Dudum, 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 dudum. Clarko's just like, yeah, on your Wayno.
Oh, no.
So he had a really good day, but no, I just thought it was really cool to do it now. Just because Father's Day isn't obviously when the season on, it was a pretty cool initiative, and all the dads loved it, and Wayno loved it as well.
That's
so
amazing.
He made the highlights reel too. Wayno did for your
He did.
nickname.
I was gonna-
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
I was going to ask him about that. Thanks very much. That's why I put it in my little part.
Yeah, that was
on the
in-
run
You'll
sheet.
ask it better.
Well, no, you've already asked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
I thought that was
You've
about-
had your moment at the start of the
No,
show.
no,
Let's
so
just
fine.
if you
back
want
to
it,
suit.
what you do is you get
No.
your laptop and you go through butts and you put under your stuff and you type down saying like, I'll ask you this.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, how did you get the nickname Boner?
Yeah. It's funny because Dad's got a few nicknames for me. He's always called me Boner. He always calls me the fruit of my loins quite regularly.
Well, that's true. You
Yeah,
are.
I am the fruit of his loins, correct. But yeah, Boner's one I haven't heard for a while. And when I saw the video, I was like, yeah, well, he's been calling me this for 20 years, but I actually don't know why. And after the game on Saturday, we're in the rooms. I went up to Dad. I'm just like, oh, nice work on the socials. You tweet. Like, I had a bit of a laugh, and I'm like, why am I called Boner? And he goes, oh, well, mate, well, when you're 5'4", 5'6", like, I don't know, like I walk in the bathroom, you just have a fucking big boner, and you'd be walking around with a big stiff cock.
You must have had high test.
So that's the origin story behind it. Is when I was of quite a young age, I
44-year-old.
was quite stuff. Averaging stuffers from the age of 5.
That's not bad.
Hence the name Boner.
Boner for the bonus.
There you go.
I like it.
And you've had a bit going on and some like weirdness. So we touched on this on the Patreon. So you did the Wolf Tank Awards for me.
What a
and you were
day.
very good. So
What a
did you
day.
catch up with this? So I got
No,
Toby
I was
Phil
gonna miss
Melbourne,
his in.
Toby Green Sydney. We had business pitching awards
Like Shark Tank.
like Shark
Yeah.
Tank or Dragon's Den. The pictures were very good, by the way.
They were great. Yeah, it was really impressive.
Chom took it very seriously, as he does everything in life: music, football, podcasting.
Shark
He
tanking.
ripped this poor bugger. This guy had, I think Chom is taking dollars from BetStop, right? Because this
my game.
I'm being told to stick to the rundown when I go rogue. Get me on my computer. All right.
Analog
I'm sorry for taking your gag. Anyway, this guy, they were really bloody good, okay? And by the way, I think this thing has a bit of a future, and it might end up on the TV, and you'll get paid properly for it, you and Toby, because you were first in, okay? But some guy came up with an idea that was like a betting
Companion?
companion to kind of justify why you wanted to bet. Okay, so it wasn't like bet, like which is the problem at the moment. It was kind of saying, and it was a bit of AI behind it, and you
If
linked
you're
it.
going to bet, do
Yeah,
it
if
responsibly.
you linked it to your betting account, it would say, right, I want to have $20 on the LA Lakers today in the basketball. And it would say, why do you want to do that? And it would just query you a bit because like we've said, Ben, on the Dumb Thumb campaign, so you don't want to just piss your money away.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to go and bloody stand on my soapbox because I love my horse racing and I have a bet on the footy when I can and blah, blah, blah. You do what you got to do. But I didn't mind the idea. I'm thinking this is pretty good because sometimes you're a bit pissy and you do something bloody silly and every now and then saying, for my frontal lobe, having someone go, Nick, are you doing this for any particular reason or is it just fun? And apparently you could even say, just fun. It's my spare $20. I can do what I want with it.
You can budget and stuff on the
Yeah,
app as
it
well.
wasn't bad. And then so as part of it, as Chom's Shark Tank position, the judges got to ask questions. And Chom ripped him about the new advertising legislation and how that was going to affect his revenue.
Chom, I think.
And the poor lad wasn't prepared and he mumbled and fumbled and it cost him a spot in the top 3 in
Oh,
my opinion.
no.
Because he was such a hard ass.
No, all I said was like the pitch was great and like there's probably some merit in it. And his angle was that it's not going to encourage you to bet. It's going to help you make better decisions around.
Make you justify.
make better decisions around betting if you want to have a bet. And yeah, I was just thinking like on Shark Tank, like fuck will they ask? Because I had CEO of WoofX next to me, like had 100 businesses. Luke Riboldi, like very smart man and very business orientated. And then I had another business mogul to my right, and I'm just sitting there as an AFL player who's done 5 years of a commerce degree and yet to actually complete it. I've still got 4 units left. So like, I was trying to angle my questions to be more I didn't worry about the numbers and stuff. But anyway, I just said to him, like, mate, like, great pitch, first of all, great idea, but how are you going to market this with all the regulations coming in around gambling, especially through sport, which has been a traditional way of marketing gambling? There's a big push at the moment in social media and mainstream media to minimise the amount of gambling marketing. Have you had to think about that? And he goes, I don't understand the question.
Oh, no way.
Like, oh, shit. And I
You just needed a bit of media briefing.
I was just like, how are you going to market it?
Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I wasn't that hard.
Can
but
I
like,
just say, you were very impressive. And I had other people say, Chom is pretty good at like that. He compartmentalises, and yes, he's a macho footballer on the weekend, but he got into it. Toby as well. He's like a business nerd. Like, he's about to finish his MBA. He's really smart. Wow. And their questions were on point. So it was pretty cool. Like, and then we went out for a feed afterwards. Every now and then to have, you more than me, but your life it revolves completely around footy, and to a degree mine does too. Just to be in another world. These kids were smart. I don't think they would have been good footballers.
It made me question what I'm doing with my life, because these kids are all like, I would say kids, they're like my age, and like most of them probably younger, like 21, 22. They've all got these like whiz-bang ideas of they know how to do pitch decks, etc. And the way they spoke about their product was like really impressive as well. Very business-minded. Yep. And a lot of the students that pitched weren't business students. They were, say, nursing students that had come up with an idea for the nursing industry that there was a gap in. There was a physiotherapy student who'd come up with a back-end software to help physio practices get more people through the doors.
Chase up clients.
Yeah, chase up clients when they weren't rebooking their appointments for their ongoing injuries. So like, there was some great ideas.
Bit of a reality check.
Yeah, and I sat there and thought, geez, I kick a bit of leather for a living.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was something different. How'd you go in Sydney? You got a bit of alone time at the Sydney Hilton?
I did. Oh, actually, I've got 2 stories out of that. And I don't want to go back to how we started, but I was just having a bit of a crisis of confidence. It was when I was up in Sydney, Wednesday, right? I got up there in the Arvo. So at this stage, my shoulder was fucking killing me still. I've had a few injections in that since trying to get up for the Legends game. I got the hammy. I was kind of embarrassed about getting 6 touches in the Div 12 resis and 4 injuries, and thinking, I just had this thought, when you get a bit low on yourself, and I was like, maybe the time for being a dickhead is over. And I was just having these thoughts going,
you reckon?
At 43.
You've been a dickhead. Let me tell my story. So I'm in, and it was a lovely hotel that put me up in like the Hilton, and I was up on one of the high levels, had this beautiful view. And I was thinking, so I was having this crisis just amongst myself, going, you know what, you've got to have been a dickhead a while, and probably your dad thinks you're a dickhead, and mum's always just stuck up for me, but I was really, the walls were caving in a bit on my dickheadness, and when you're at that stage, it's kind of whatever happens next can determine your path. So this is no bullshit, by the way. So I'm going up to 38, going, well, at least I'm staying in a bloody nice hotel, and I'm going to have a nice sleep later, and maybe even fire up the Spotify and everything. But that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, and then ding, at about level 34, this bloke gets in, and he was your stereotypical finance nerd, right? This beautiful suit, glasses, folder, looked like he was going to some hedge fund business meeting, and we're up there, and I don't know, mate, he must have been going to the top level, and he looks at me, and I'm in crisis mode, going, enough being a dickhead, like, you're embarrassing yourself. And the guy goes, do you do that podcast, man? And I'm like, he goes, the footy one, 200 boys. And so he got it half wrong, but I'm like, yeah, that's me. He goes,
200 boys.
Fuck, man, I love that, right? He goes, look, I played footy in Perth in the 80s. I now live in Boston. I'm in finance. But he goes, mate, that reminds me of home. Fucking keep doing it, man. And then got out. I'll never see this guy
Sydney
again.
too.
But I was actually typing up a resignation to Ben, going, just get fucking Leggy or someone to host, because I've been a dickhead too long. And this is before what happened on Friday. So to that man who's probably on a first-class flight back to Boston, you might have saved the pod because he just said he loved it, and the stories remind him of his time playing footy at uni in the late 80s.
There is hope for us footballers.
Yes.
Were you trying to get yourself out of crisis mode on the way up there, making that most overrated list?
Oh,
no, that was on the plane. Which
you-
apparently I've redone.
You've redone 3 of the things in there. There was one of them was the momentum shifts, overrated.
Yeah,
which
I think
you
they're
spoke about.
overrated.
You spoke about that for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that after the ball?
What was the
with
other
me?
one? Shit.
I've got the list.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's go through it now. 200 plus most overrated list.
Here we go.
Okay. All right. Challenge me on them.
Go.
Okay. Intercept marks compared with inside 50 contested.
Spoken about it.
We've spoken about it many times. Yes, an inside forward 50 contested mark is harder.
Yeah.
Intercept marks, depending on the type of mark, can sometimes be hard.
Yes, they can be hard. I'm just
No,
saying. I
we
don't
can't
think
speak on it
Yeah.
again. We can't speak about it.
Okay.
You have to go through the list.
most overrated list. Halftime interviews are pox. There's just nothing in them.
I don't want to do it.
I
Agreed.
don't want to do it, but I think as a fan, I'd like enjoy it.
I think it's
I'm talking as
unfair
a
to
fan.
make the players get out of the game and get into like a media safe like
It is, but
mindset.
no one gives a fuck about that, like the media and that, do they?
Yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah.
But I just think it's unfair for the players.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd rather hear from Mitch Cleary and like
Yeah.
the expert
Yeah.
as the players are coming off. But anyway, that's
Yep.
The lab.
ice packs. They do fuck all.
For what injury?
Any injury, even a hammy. I think the ice pack's gone, isn't it? Hasn't it been medically disproven that it does nothing and we just still do it, like kind of just to show that the player's not going to come back on? Are you a big one for ice packs?
I'm a big one for like ice baths. I used to do ice baths in the morning as a way to wake myself up and get a like shock to the system, but I don't really buy into the recovery aspect of
I
ice
like
baths.
for the exact same
I
reason.
like ice baths because they wake you up, shock to the
Adrenaline.
system, and you get adrenaline rush and you feel great. But in terms of like a genuine recovery modality, it's not much.
I
for
said
me.
ice packs. Do you use ice packs after
No,
games?
it's
That would just
overrated.
be-
Frozen
Hey,
peas.
hey, these are looking better by the
Yeah, don't
day.
mind
These
it.
are aging well.
Don't mind it.
Momentum.
We've talked
It's
about it.
all
We're talking about
mental.
that. Yeah.
It's
It's just
win
not-
the
that
next
is-
clearance.
You seen first hand twice on the weekend. There was
twice.
Yeah.
3 or 4 momentum
First and
shifts.
in our
second quarter
game
of their
as well.
game.
You are an absolute imbecile if you think momentum has no impact on footy. You are a twit, and to say that just don't think about it. Like
No,
you
I didn't
are
say
an
that.
idiot.
Just win the next contest.
I think
just
it's
win the
like
next one.
spinning a roulette wheel.
Yeah, but mate, do you reckon like if you go into the contest going, fuck, I've got to win this one, do you not think the contest would play out differently if you went in there with confidence and were just thinking about what you had to do from a game plan or contest point of view?
That's okay, mate.
That's
but
momentum.
I'm saying, all right, let's talk about, say, the last minute of a grand final, right? And a team's come from 37 points down and they've won every one, right? And they've got the momentum.
Yep.
Is there any reason, Books, if you're going up in the grand final, that you can't win the next clearance?
Yeah. Your intent can change the future.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
But I
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
proves
Yeah,
your
so
So
point.
you go, oh, they've got the momentum. We may as well not even compete. Why don't you just stay in because they've got the momentum?
I was actually like rehashing something that Trevor Hendy.
I love Trevor Hendy. He's such a sexy man.
Mate, he was getting real deep
I'm
and
very
emotional with me.
attracted
And
to
he was, in our captain's run day, he said it in a more deeper level, but it pretty much meant your intent can change the future. But that was really, really deep. Like it's not as easy as you're saying. It
If you get
is.
Trevor Hendy on,
Huh?
I
about
find
momentum.
him
He would love it.
so impressive.
Yeah.
And I grew up
He's very
watching him and
spiritual
his
and just-
massive pecs and his
Yeah.
quite nice donk
We could
running
talk to him
around.
about his ayahuasca trips.
He's what?
Ayahuasca trips.
What is that?
You know when you go to those, you take that. It's like a shroom trip.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee whiz, that's a bit out there for me.
wow.
But
Is it?
You should,
that's like the highest sort of level of sort of
Shrooming.
like seeing yourself.
I would love to do that. I would
Yeah.
be frightened of all this.
You should give Plummers context to who he is because I didn't know who he was.
Trevor
until
Hendy.
I don't know
So,
Trevor Hendy,
yeah.
sorry.
When I'm
Oh,
growing
okay.
up, right, there was no KO, there was no Foxtel, there was minimal like free-to-air sport on. So you obviously got your footy, which was Channel 7 most of my life growing up, and your cricket on 9. And then it seemed to be like in the summer, like, and certainly between seasons was the Uncle Toby's Iron Man was on Saturday Arvos. And it always just seemed to fall between footy and cricket season, probably by design. And it was big. These athletes were on like Wheaties boxes. So it was, they do running, surf swimming, and the kayaking. And we knew these guys. They were like playing cards. They were heroes and they were like gladiators. And Hendy was the star. And guys would try to knock him off and he was gutsy. And one year he had a crook shoulder. And now I remember being down at Collingwood and I'm like, that's fucking Trevor Hendy.
He's in the back of the Nutrigrain box for a long time.
He would have made some huge coin.
Yeah.
And
He had like this rivalry with this one other
Guy Leach.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think it is, and it's just he's got some unbelievable stories. We should get him on.
I would love to get him
Yeah,
on.
we'll
It sounds like a great guest. yeah.
Like social media, think of the bigger stars. Like obviously you don't have your footy, cricket, but as far as everyone respected this sport, like regardless of what you're into, and this guy was a rock star, and they're getting around in their little dick stickers every week. They were sexy. The girls liked him. The boys respected him. A rock star, and now he's like, what does he do? Culture for you.
He's like sort of like a head of a leadership group. Yeah, leadership sort of role. He's on Baywatch too.
There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
No, let's
That's
get him
how
on.
big
True.
he
True,
was.
we have spoken about him.
Even if it's a mini, let's
Next
get
on
him
the
on.
list.
Okay, I'm going to leave the next one off. It's a bit controversial. And then the last one is tactics without effort, pressure, and skills. I don't give a fuck what you're trying to do.
Yeah, of course,
If that
that's-
isn't there. I think you questioned me once on that.
No.
I just think the dead set.
We had an argument about it.
The tooth and nail effort is what drives your game. And I
Yeah.
think that's not a bad list.
I think we argued on that.
You said effort to give in. I said bullshit it is.
Yeah, we did. I agree with that. Yeah, effort does fluctuate, but it's always going to be above, like, say, 95%.
Yeah, but it's human.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and then the argument morphed into what the difference between like, if you give 100%, 110% effort with a shit game plan, can you still win? I think I sat in the camp of no. Anyway, let's not reheat all.
No,
Yeah.
it's
I
actually
just
not
think
a bad
my
list isn't
It's not
that
a
bad.
list.
It's not. It's
My
not bad.
point
well.
was that after the week you had, the Falcon you had, you sending that list in and touching on two things that you've already spoken about.
Three.
Yeah.
Three things. I was just a little bit worried for you.
No, I've actually felt reasonably clear this week.
Yeah, it's funny what 10 days will do.
He's
That
done
was
the
the
protocols.
original advice. Oh, sorry, what's nothing? You know, and just on that, right? Sorry. What
There is
about
a
the
toilet-
irony,
there's a toilet
right?
just out
The
there.
irony of the ball in the head, and then since the hammy in the shoulder, the doctor did say, look, I think you should play the next week. He'll clear up. Fuck, he was right. But I said, look, mate, I'm all over the shop. I'm in Sydney. I don't know. I just want to get it done. And I did say to him, look, I won't sort of, go stupid, right? It's low level, and he said, all right, do what you want to do, mate. But the game got cancelled. So in the end, I never would have had to play, and my hammy wouldn't have torn, and my shoulder wouldn't be hanging out.
And you would have torn it 5 minutes into the Legends game.
No, we're going to get it up. I had a medical treat.
You've had about 4 cortisol shots this week, haven't you?
Couple of
Cortisone
cortisones.
shots?
One more. So is this boring? No, we'll give a quick update. So we're going to get out there for the Legends game. I have to because of what the Plumbers have done for me. So the shoulder, we might have to get a local on the night, but the doctor goes, look, mate, you probably never play again. We can do that. So you would have had locals. You're going to get that done at 3 o'clock. I just want to get half an hour in the ruck. That's all I want to do. My brother, who's a physio, said, look, the hammy's a bigger issue, but he's got me doing just these 2 up, 1 down curls and just heavy strengthening. And I'm told I have to do that for a week, and then I can have a bit of a run around Tuesday. And he reckons we can get me out there.
How was Media Street last week once it got announced?
It was pretty good, Benny, wasn't it?
Yeah, well,
We had a bit of
we had
fun.
a good time.
They're a good crew, the Legends game.
Yeah, they're
guys.
I
nice.
liked your photo dump of your selfie in your filthy ass mirror.
No, that wasn't mine.
Okay,
For
hold
everyone.
on.
What was that?
No,
mirror?
and
you're
the
pouting
products.
and pouting in the back.
Can I just say to everyone that said clean your mirror fuckwit, it was at the cafe, my mate, Cheeky Monkey, great cafe, sell down there, he'll give you a free
Dirty mirrors.
latte.
You walked in there with
Need to get some-
That's even worse.
Lexi was in there.
Yeah.
Lexi
And you
came to
would-
take photos. Anyway, I went and got a coffee. They said, you've got to get changed. And I said to Sal, who runs Cheeky Monkey on Swan Street, mate, I need to go up to your room.
You used to live with him.
I did.
Yeah.
Got bad stories about that. And that's where I got changed. I took a photo, a mirror selfie. I thought it looked quite hot. But he's got a disgustingly
Yeah, get
dirty
some
mirror.
Windex,
It's not
man.
mine.
Get him some Windex.
Yeah, he needs some Windex.
Why were you pouting?
Yeah, what
Why
about
were you
that?
pouting?
Sorry. Worse not. I don't know. I was pouting.
Yeah.
You always
You
pout.
You do it all
You
the
pout
time.
all
pout
the
the
time.
time. Even
My mate's been sending me all your photos of you
Lot of
pouting.
pouts.
Even the cleavage photo, you were pouting in that as well.
Do you know, have I ever told you what happened in Boutique Nightclub once?
What?
Probably.
So I was this is back in the Paris Hilton days.
I think I've heard this
Yeah.
about 4
No,
times.
you haven't heard this one, right? When I was in reasonable form, okay, bit of state league, having a few beers, might have been injured, or it might have been that October period where everyone's having fun, and I'm feeling it. You know, I think we might have played sort of 13 to 14 senior VFL games this year, so I'm strutting around, right? That was enough for me. We had a low bar. Anyway, so I'm in Boutique about 1 a.m. thinking, I'm good here. I'm just going to stay back and let the attention come to me, right? And this female who had stature, Right? She was tall for a female, and she had high heels on, and really, presents. And so
What
I
kind
go,
of
look at this.
Mrs.
I'm just going to
Claus.
stay here. This is not going to get me cancelled. I'll tell you what happened, right? So, because I ended up being embarrassed. I'm sitting there with my bourbon, sipping away, going, look at that. She's just coming up to talk to Big Whopper. He's the star of this show. I was pouting. She grabbed my lips and said, come here, trout lips, and grabbed me by the lips and pulled me towards her and hurt me.
That's your story.
Then what?
And marched off and I got
That's
nothing.
elite.
Is that all?
Yeah,
Did you
that's
get
it.
kissed or anything?
Maybe one on the cheek.
She just said, come here,
Yeah,
trout lips.
and grabbed my pout and pulled me forward. It actually hurt.
What was the point of that? Like, why? I'm so confused.
I
of
don't
what
know. I
it-
think, no, she was offended by my pouting.
Oh,
He would have been just standing in the corner like Zoolander.
yeah.
I think she'd had enough of it. And yeah, I thought she was pulling me in for a kiss. She just pulled me a meter from my lips and then marched onto the dance floor.
Have you seen
I
those
was
like
belittled.
sexy Squidward memes? Has anyone
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
that? There's a bit of that about
Handsome
butts.
Squid-
Yeah,
yeah.
handsome Squidward. There's a
I have no
bit
idea
of
what
that
you're
already.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was quite embarrassing, and I just had to humbly hop back to my corner.
And pout.
There was no pashing. I thought I was going to get pashing.
I thought I was going somewhere else.
No, I wasn't going to be rude.
Yeah.
Certainly not.
But what was funny about that Legends Day shoot is that we were all standing there waiting for you. And I was actually thinking, geez, Butts has taken a long time to put a jacket and pants on. And then Lexi sends me a video and you were doing not squats, dips. Trying
tricep
to
dips.
build your muscles up.
Yeah. Well, I
Shoulder
can't
can't
do
be
any
that bad.
weights at the moment. The only thing I can do is chair dips because of my shoulder.
Yeah.
I
Trying
thought
to
I
do a
might have
pump.
had to show off. Shut up, Ben. This is my moment. I'm just not trying to get one kick.
Oh, that's
One
good.
kick.
That's good.
One kick, then frame the jumper, and then that's it. Did I say I'm playing till I'm 50? That's bullshit. I'm certainly not. Anyway, how are we going? You're doing Dawson D
Yeah, doing a bit of Dawson D.
tomorrow? Wednesday.
On Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday, Dawson D. I'm pretty excited. They've had some pretty big names on there, so they've
Me.
taken a bit of a hit getting me on. But
Actually, got a bit of mail on when you were on there.
Oh, do
Oh,
you?
do you?
No, nothing great. But Ratface and Snake Eyes, when I was playing golf with them, mentioned that you were on there and it was great. Didn't plug the pod once.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Well, he's
Because
the-
there was a
he's-
clip that spoke about Drapey getting cancelled, and I said how good the pod was.
This is the Nick Butler show, but
I don't think that's shit gear. I did plug the pod. There was a lot of 200.
I'll make sure I plug it. I'll make
Yeah.
sure I plug the pod. But
A little bit upset just then.
I was watching the players show on Footy on 9 it was last week, and Doss was on there, as they always get like a social media person on at the end, and it was with Nick Larkey and Tristan Sherry, and multiple times throughout the players show, Felix von Hoff was just potting me for not going on because I've said yes to it twice.
Yeah.
And the first time I got really bad gastro and I missed the GWS game, so I couldn't play, and I was shitting my pants, which you've seen. And the second time I was in hospital, and I got an unsolicited FaceTime call from Shees, and I thought, oh, that's nice. Like, Shees just checking in at 6:30 at night. I'm a bit bored. I'll talk to Shees, and it's just him on the players show, just like firing questions. When I've got all these wires on me, and I'm like, geez, like I can't have that go out the week. I want to try and get up and play. So
No.
I had to ring up and be like, oh, hey guys, can you maybe not post that? And they did.
You're one of those guys.
Well, I didn't want a FaceTime going off with me with wires hanging off me. And when I was trying to get up for the game,
Would
like,
have been good for the brand.
nah, just not. But
You
Felix was getting into Doss, and he goes, oh, you got Chom coming on the podcast this week, and he goes, yeah, you'll be lucky if he turns up.
That's fire. That's a shot fired.
It was going at me, all tongue in cheek, but I will be attending the Dawson D podcast this week.
They're good
Confirmed.
boys.
Yeah, good
I
lads.
wonder where they'll go with you.
Yeah,
I would suggest
they do their
the-
research really
The
well, don't
Bull
they?
Ants. Bull Ants.
Do you reckon?
I think a bit of pod chat. I think your story's pretty resilient.
Yeah,
with your
we'll
injuries.
probably talk about
that.
Do they get deep? What's the vibe?
They're just really good. Dill's got this trait as well. Like they unpack things really well, and you feel very comfortable being honest with them.
Yeah.
Good conversationalist.
Yeah, they are, and they're unlike a few people in this room. They're very selfless. Don't make it all about them.
Perfect to go on as a guest.
I wouldn't suggest if you're wanting to hide everything and spin everything, it's not the show for you. But you're pretty honest.
Nah, I
I
just
think
tell
you'll
you
enjoy
it
it. And
Do you get the opportunity to cut anything if you make a blooper?
well, I would suggest you got to own what you say. It's easy for me to say after last week, but you don't want to be a recidivist. You don't want to be the guy that goes on shows and asks to have things cut.
No, you don't. You don't.
I would say, look, be honest as you can. If there's an area you really don't want to go, you flag it.
Very good. Love it.
Now, finally, books. Whoever is crossing things off on the rundown, this is really helpful to my brain.
Oh,
I knew.
Like, who is doing? Is that you, Ben? Or
Chommy.
It's actually me.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Chom.
look at you, old
Nice.
Shark Tank. Sidey retired.
Yeah. Emotional week last week. He's obviously you guys would have seen it all over media, but he's just such a great of the game. And I'm gonna miss him a lot. I reckon it's the first time I've had like one of your best mates that you've played pretty much every single game with leave the club. Obviously you see people retire all the time, but one that's this close to you, it's actually gonna suck because he's like the glue of our group and he just brings the energy. He's always smiling. I'm not sure if you guys saw the clip of him, his family reading out to him. It was like a 10-minute, and it's his reaction to it all.
Oh, wow.
If you haven't, watch it. It is like a genuine tearjerker. I watched it with Bruno and my arm, and I was just bawling my eyes out just because seeing someone like him who's always happy, cry and so emotional, and they did it so well, the media team at the Pies, on such short notice. They've, hopefully we can do something special for him in the last 6 weeks because he deserves it. Deserves to go out on a high note, and love him very much.
Well said. Did you see Swooper? He was proper crying. Like it was too much for Swoop.
Yeah, Swoop
and I
wasn't
must say I respected it. Like he was bawling.
Yeah, I know.
I
but
mean,
that's what he meant.
that's what he means.
Like,
Look, I'm not hanging shit on the Swoop.
Yeah, I know.
wouldn't.
I know. Swoop's loyal as they come. So,
Yeah.
but I think he's everyone's Pies like favourite player because he's just so happy.
Yeah.
and he does what the team needs. He's he's been like the swing man for 17, 18 years now, where he's just plugged a role if need be and played it. Like he's dominated it all his career. So, yeah, it's going to be a sad day when we have to all say goodbye.
Do you know what he's going to do?
No, I don't think he knows what he wants to do. I think he wants to have time with his family first because it's been. He says this all the time. He's spent probably more time with Pendles than he has with his partner and his family. So I think he really just wants to enjoy retirement for a little bit, and then I'm sure he'll have some opportunities. Yep.
Sorry. Sorry.
Someone that of his calibre I think he's going to fall into any role that he does. He's just too infectious not to have around at a club or some job.
Is it fair to say he will be playing football, even if it's backup Shep? He is not.
Yeah.
I think he would be the kind of guy that might try to play till he's 50.
No, I think his brother Twiggy's playing.
He's still probably older brother.
Yeah, and his older brother. Little side story here. I hope Sidey's fine with me sharing this one. But Twiggy's son, he was allowed to name his firstborn if it was a boy, and if it was a daughter, his wife got to name him. So he named his son LeBron.
I remember
No
reading
way.
that.
That is crazy.
That's
LeBron
amazing.
Sidebottom. It's great.
That is
A couple of the
crazy.
brothers are pretty loose, and there's some pretty handy
they're all good
players
men.
up there.
They're all
aren't
good
they?
men. But
and
yeah,
good
I-
cricketers too.
I think he wants to. I'm not sure if he wants to keep playing footy. I'm sure that he'll play some country footy somewhere. He was good mates with Jared Blair, so the
power.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm going
want
to play
Thaggy.
with him.
One thag. I'm going to put it out there. I reckon an AFL club will ring him.
I'm
Has he
sure,
said
I'm sure,
that
I'm
in the
sure,
media?
I'm sure they already have, but I don't think he.
Really?
I don't think he would.
One clubber.
Yeah.
One club.
Something special about that. 300 games, one club.
Oh,
What's he play 380?
rub it in, mate. Sorry, I can't.
What do you think about that? Right, not Sidey, but it's going to happen more and more because the money's really good. If you were like, say you stay at North,
Yep.
to your 35, North go, Chom, you've played 260, you've had a great career, you've won a flag, and then a call comes. Do you worry about the one club stuff anymore, or do you say, a bit like the NBA players, they'll just have another year in the show? I'm thinking have another year in the show.
Different for every individual case. I mean, I
Different
think
for Pendles, I
yeah,
think.
I think there's a bit of I still reckon there's a bit of a fairy tale about being a one club player and having
Especially now.
Yeah, especially being like life membership at a footy club, and if you're well respected by the club community and the fan base, then I think there's something special about that. But also, like at the end of the day, usually at that age you've got a family, and you do have to put your family first and look after. And if you're getting offered a decent financial sum, then it's definitely something to consider and think about. But geez, I'm a long way off that.
Yeah. Pup Shields.
Yeah.
He enjoyed it, didn't he? Like, because I see he's back.
Well, he still works at North.
There you go.
Yeah, he works in recruiting team. He had a great time. And Pup was great for us in a pretty tumultuous time for the footy club. He provided a bit of stability and a wise head. So, yeah, he was done. And then one day I saw him walking into the club upstairs and I'm like, and he goes, don't know, mate. And then, yeah, he played 2 pretty good years of footy. He nearly played every game.
Yeah. No, I just, speaking for fans, I reckon fans are, like in the 90s, they would hate it. Like if an all-time great went to another club. Dougie Hawkins did it, had a year at Fitzroy, and everyone's like, oh, it's sad seeing him in the jumper. I reckon times have changed a bit, and even fans are a bit more mature.
Probably have. One quick one on Pup.
Go.
His first day at North Melbourne, I was like one of the last ones into the meeting room. And do you guys have your own seats at Collingwood? The meeting room?
No, like kind of roughly.
Yeah,
but like it's not.
No, we all have our own seats that we sit in. We sit in the same spot every meeting. And I've walked in like second last, and I'm just like, fuck's sake, like Pup's in my seat, and I'm in my 3rd year, and Pup's played 300 games, and I thought, I'm like, do I let it go? Well, I can't let it go. He's going to sit there all year, and it's my seat. So I just said to him like, oh, hey mate, like I'm Charlie, nice to meet you. Sorry, you're in my seat. And the boys just like fucking erupted.
no.
We're going mental. Like, oh, he's told the throwing a game, mate. He's told the throwing a game. He thinks he's the dark. I played 10 games at that point.
Thinks he's the dark.
I played 10 games at that point, and to Pup's credit, he was like, "Nah, I'm good, mate," and just moved the one behind me, which I think was someone else's seat anyway. But like,
He would probably still hate you for that.
nah, one of the all-time fouls. Just like, yeah, and we still had a bit of a laugh about that. So
Good.
Good show.
That's good.
I
Yeah,
enjoyed
it's been
this.
good. We'll do some plumber questions. Before we do quickly, I want to throw something to you. Chom, before you said that you were playing when, you didn't play when you had the runs. Have you ever played with the runs? We've probably talked about this before.
I haven't played with proper diarrhea, but I have played when I've been pretty loose and coming off the back of it. But before every game, I think it was since probably when I played, every game now, I actually take a gaseous shot before the game.
Really?
Whether it's nerves or whatever it is, the day leading into the game and always pre-game when I go and relieve myself to feel nice and fresh
IBS you got
and
there,
light,
son.
I'm usually quite loose. About a number 3 or 4 on the stool chart.
Yeah, wow. Because on Saturday,
Which can dehydrate you.
No, it's just nerves. Like it's
No,
not,
I'm saying,
yeah.
but if you do get a bit loose, it flushes all
It's
the
just
water.
one. It's just one pre-game.
Okay,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
not get stuck in the weeds there.
I was sick on Friday, and I'd never get sick really, but I was really crook. And then Saturday we had a must win to get the second chance, so I had to play. And I on Saturday on the way to the game went, oh shit. Like I just realised I've got the
Did you have an
runs.
episode?
No, I was all right. I was at home, but then I was about to leave, so I had to run back in. And yeah, for the whole first 3 quarters of the game, just felt like any tackle or bump or something was going to send me over the edge. So
You'll know when it hits cotton.
another one of my teammates was struggling. He had a bad prawn pasta at a pub.
Oh god,
So we were saying we are going to sub on with the brown vest, but
the Richmond Snakes.
I
Yeah,
had to
hope
play
you went in the
once
white shorts.
No, we
being
were.
Frookie. Like when I was working out whether I was frookie, I went out for my brother's birthday to a French restaurant, the one we went to the other night, Chom.
One of the
and
all-timers?
had a bowl of French onion soup because I really liked it and didn't realise, I should have known by this stage I was frookie. Anyway, I got home, I spent the whole night on the can and vomited. I'd kicked 7 the week before. I was in good local footy form.
Just get that
I
in
ringed the coach. Well, I'm just saying, didn't have anxiety about playing or anything. I'm fucking feeling amazing. I said, mate, I've been on the can all night. I'm just going to get here. Anyway, I had a few Gatorades, spewed on the way. It was a full frook attack, and apparently I looked green. Did not get a kick, weak as a kitten. And then I was sort of driving home and just the attack ended, and I realised that wasn't gastro. That was frookie. And from that, it was at that point I knew I had a problem with onions.
yeah,
So there you go. That's a boring story.
Frick
I went
attack.
from kicking 7 to having 2 kicks.
It's been allergic
was
to
great.
onions.
All right, let's
Maybe
get
it's
through
time
this.
some plumber questions.
Yeah.
Sorry about
let's
that.
go.
That's a really shit story.
So Daniel Atkin sent in a good one through our DM. So if the plumbers ever want to do that, they don't have to wait for me to put up the thing on a Monday. He said, as a soon-to-be dad, does Butts or Booker have any advice for plumbers on lessons learned for pre and post-birth? What was overhyped and what was something they wish they knew in hindsight?
I did like your advice about getting at the strikers end and just witnessing what they go through, because it is like a pretty eye-opening experience. I don't know. I reckon people say oh, you can't Like you feel a bit useless in the first few weeks or months. And I'm like, you can make yourself useful, even though Adriana does a lot. But still, I think you just be as present as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, be present. Be there to support your partner initially because they'll be doing a lot of the grunt work with feeding and sleeping. So it's more just what I learn is don't cause more fucking mess or add to any stress and just enjoy it. I don't think you have to know everything. You know, your little bub will get a fever and stuff and you'll shit yourself, but don't worry about ringing the line or popping down to the hospital or ringing the doctor because it's all pretty scary. 9 times out of 10 you'll be all right. But yeah, I remember being in the children's a few times. Once Ted was that crook, with some sort of little infection, and we took him to the children's and then gave him Panadol, which works really well for babies. And then they finally came out to see him and he was bashing the fish tank, like just bashing it. Like if you had a footy, you would have been king. It was just so embarrassing because we shit ourselves. But just learn.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, pretty fun time in your life.
That's a good one. I don't know how to say his name. Salkin Gabbana asked, with Nakos rested this week, does that mean Book is captain?
Oh, wow.
Is he rested? Is that confirmed?
No, I don't think so. No, that's the first I've
But
heard
if
of
he
it.
was
There's
to
a
be
bit of
rested,
chatter about Pies resting.
Yeah, if he was to be, I'm not sure. No, there'd still be me, Lockie Schultz and Isaac Quainer. But
Queens.
yeah, I don't know who they would go with or what they would do there.
I'll go
but
with you.
Thanks, mate. But if it was me, I'd be delegating the speech to Pendles or Sidey or something.
Try to avoid a
I reckon
taco
you should do
incident.
one about no hesitation footy.
That's really
Then
good.
I'll give you the transcripts.
Yeah. Come out, have 10 goals kicked us in the first quarter.
You see, that's fair. That's men's bullying.
Very good.
that's a good one. Joshua Thompson asked, what was Booker thinking after he got bench pressed by Meek on the line?
That was it wasn't Meek, it was actually Mitch Lewis.
What happened with this? Explain this to me.
I was just like waiting and I saw it wasn't going to make the distance. So I was like, I need to get to a good spot here. And I just got me in a good spot and I've got shoved back. But I also was thinking, we only have to keep this out of the goals. If they thump it through, it's a dead ball after the siren. So I wasn't too worried about, I just wanted that ball back in play. But and if they touched it, I was fine with it because I knew but then also after the game, everyone was like, actually what does happen there? So I sort of.
Yeah.
Someone said
sure.
if
It just
comes
has to
off
touch
the
the
fist,
ground.
Yeah,
It has
so
to touch-
they could have fisted it through.
Yeah.
So if they fisted it through,
It's
So if someone
ground.
got underneath the ball and spiked it after Fly Swatter had hit it back into play and before it hit the ground, it's
a
a point.
point.
Yeah.
You could have cost them the game.
Actually, is that not correct? Because,
No, because I
Toby
think-
Pink kicked a point after
know,
the
I've
siren
seen
in
that.
2018.
Yeah.
He kicked it from 80 metres out. It bounced 20 metres out, bounced over the head of everyone, went through for a point.
Because no one touched it.
Someone's just got to touch the ball and then hit the ground, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we don't know,
this is
do
why
we?
I was so confused because I was under the impression that if they touch the ball and it goes over the line, it's a dead ball. But if we touch it over the line, anyway,
Oh, true.
maybe we get footy on.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get footy on.
Well,
Or
this is
Razor Ray
something-
wants to come on. I spoke to Razor Ray
Yeah.
today, and he said he'd like to come on.
Yeah.
Get Razor on. Something I've always thought about, and this is like a weird dream thing I've had since I was a kid, is like someone's having a shot for goal after siren, and I've always thought I'd get someone like X to stand on the line and use him as a step ladder to try reach up higher and touch the ball.
Rampy tried to climb the
Yeah,
post.
that's like, I reckon everyone's had the thought about Rampy doing the same.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking post. I was thinking get a big boy there, spec him, and then you get 3 metres high.
If you spec
No,
him,
that
I
happened in the
reckon it's
game.
alright.
There is vision in the 80s. We can put it up. Right, there was a shot after the siren at the Gabba. I think it was Brisbane. Something tells me Melbourne, but I could be wrong. And there was players on the field. Right, sorry, there were fans ran on the field, so the poor bloke's like trying to shoo people away, and then the opposition made a human pyramid. No bullshit.
That's
It's
actually-
there.
that's
It
actually
is
what
a
I've been
clip.
thinking
so
of.
those were the blokes 30 years ago that thought about it.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. I couldn't load.
Brisbane Bears.
Very good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Ollie Schill asked, Butler's best stats off field, how many pashes in one night?
Ooh, trout lips.
I remember the first night I went out, right? Year 7, blue light disco. I was so...
First night you went out,
Yeah, year 7. For Pashing.
13.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah.
So first holidays of year 7 and back northern suburbs, like tough northern suburbs, out at Eltham Roll Arena. It was...
This is a Butler did it.
Yes,
Yep.
blue light disco. Anyway, I got 5 pashes. Got punched up by the brother of one of the young lasses. I thought it was like you could just bash everyone, and I'd been told that was part of the deal. The brother of one of the youngsters did not think that. Anyway, but it was. I rolled up to a family function with a big 2 hickeys, like one each side. and swollen lips. So
there is
Five
trout lips.
patches,
5
two
patches.
hickeys, and a black eye.
yeah, pretty
That
much.
line.
Sat there on a Sunday roast.
on Hickeys. There's an Instagram reel posted by the Footy Club of Will Dawson, and he's like 4th day, like answering like questions like, "What's your nickname? Yeah, shotgun. Like, what position do you play? All that." And he's just got this massive hickey on his.
Love it.
Dan posted it and stuff. It went a little bit viral, but I've been calling it for ages. But his nickname was Hickey for like 6 months.
It should stick.
But it never did.
Yeah, they've gone out of fashion a bit.
Yeah,
I remember
they're not
trying to give
cool.
Mel one.
Yeah.
No, the girls used to like it.
No, wetsuit rash.
Yeah.
Yeah, old trout lips.
Yeah,
Nick Butler, 43 SLG, asked, "Is the pod dead?"
It was on life support for a while there. But, the plumbers saved it.
That's it, they
Bless
did.
you, plumbers.
Ethan Pino asked, "Off-season trips, Chom."
Yeah, true. It's actually been a busy kind of 4 days since we lost Geelong, because that means our season was officially over. But I've always wanted to hike Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, and I had it planned for 2024, but then had to go in for shoulder surgery, so I couldn't do it. So I'm going away with a few of the boys to go do that in Tanzania. Then going to go to Zanzibar and then up to Egypt and do Cairo, Luxor, and Hurghada.
Pyramids.
Valley
love to see the
Kings,
pyramids.
bit of coastal in Egypt as well. So, but most excited for the climb. It's the highest freestanding mountain in the world. Its altitude's at 5,900 meters. I think base camp Everest is like 4.5, and it's not much oxygen up there. So like you got to be not careful, because you just walk down the hill if you start hallucinating and stuff. But altitude sickness can kind of strike anyone, no matter how fit you are. And the medication people take for altitude sickness is called Diamox, but it's prohibited in and out of competition for us. So we'll be doing it. We'll be raw dogging it.
That's the way to do it. The kangaroos used to do altitude training. I got to
Not
go.
at 6,000 meters. Yeah,
It was pretty high up in Utah.
Yeah, the air's a lot thinner. This is like, it's pretty cool. Like the porters check your oxygen levels and stuff every morning. And the biggest day is the last one, which is the summit night, and it can get down to negative 25 degrees. It's about a 17-hour day on legs. You get woken up at 2 a.m. and you start walking, but you're walking so slow to acclimatise.
It's horrendous.
But then you get to the top and it's like one of the all-time experiences. And I'm doing it with 3 mates from footy, so it'll be a pretty special kind of thing we won't forget.
I'd rather go to the Southport Surf Club. Have a couple of punts and a couple of pints.
Oh, a few of the boys have said
Don't get a bloody frostbite. That's a good way to affect your intercept marking if you lose a couple of
won't
fingers.
get frostbite. It's like pretty chill until summit night, and then because we're up at 2 a.m, there's no sun, so it's cold. So, got me Arc'teryx gear, sponsorship pending. But yeah, it'll be good.
Chom.
Nice.
That's good. Lucas Dakin asked, "How many bungers does Chom's dad smoke?"
More than he should. That clip of him calling me boner was funny. A lot of the comments are like, what rollies does Wayno smoke? Because he had a pack of rollies in his pocket. And people were getting around him for it, which it was pretty funny. He's just like a knock around country lad.
Yeah,
like,
me and Book was saying he looks like you if you'd ever done a hard day's work.
That's good. So many people said that. They're just like, oh, that's just Chom dressed up in a fucking flannel.
That's it.
But yeah.
Jesse Allen asked, "Can we get Dover, aka the Eggman, on the potty and talk about the egging incident, please?"
Maybe one day.
Bring him
I think.
in.
Yeah, one
For
day we
show
will.
and tell.
I think maybe just leave that a little bit and let him get a few years of his career under his belt. But you can definitely tell that story one day. He's living with us at the moment, which I've spoken about. So
Give him some privacy, please.
getting on really well with the Dov, and he'll be a good player for us. So I think one day we'll get him on.
On your Dov.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'll tell you who's good, Banshee.
Yeah, he's had
He's a
great
little
2
wizard.
weeks.
He's a mini wizard.
He's had
Yeah,
a
he
great
was
2
good.
weeks. Yeah,
He's a gun.
good player. Yeah,
We should get Banshee on.
Yeah.
we'll get Banger on.
You were saying to me the other day, Chom,
Brave.
call me like a nuffy because like when I watch you guys play, like it's my favorite thing watching you guys and like support you so hard when you play the Cats. I'm like, oh. But this weekend I was like, no, I'm going to support Chom and be like
that's
really
respect.
happy.
Thanks,
Until
mate.
I got to the last quarter and our season felt like it was ending. Yeah, it felt like it was going to be sent to the wall. And I struggled after that. But yeah, no, you did well on the weekend. You were very good.
Thanks, mate.
Do you have a song you guys want to sing out to?
But so you've got one on your laptop ready to go.
I do.
Should we play it?
Yeah, just hit it.
You took this right bit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to Nero. But I'll be good forever. In the new Sinatra. Since I made it, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. Used to cop in Harlem. All of my Dominicos right there on Broadway. Pull me back to the McDonald's. Took it in the stash box. 566 Street. Catch me in the kitchen like the Simmons with the pastry. Cruising down an 8th Street. Off the white Lexus. Driving slow but slowly. But BK is from in Texas. Me and my friends. I'm a biggie. Now I'm living in Billboard. And brought my boys with me. Say to your time. Still sipping my ties. Sitting courtside. Next, give me a high five. I'd be spiked up. I could be a referee. Tell me about my attitude. That I'm most definitely from New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Let's hear it for New York, New York, New York.
Holy shit, that was so hard.